And it's time now for Business with Madison Reedy. Maddie, job stats are out today. So how are we looking in terms of unemployment?
Well, the unemployment rate is now officially over 4%. It's ticked up in the 3 months to September. In that quarter, it's now sitting at 4.2%. Now, that's a rise from the previous June quarter's near the historical low. It was, in fact, an 11-year low of 3.9%. Now, the 4.2% result, that was just over the market expectation of around 4.1%, but actually below the Reserve Bank of New Zealand's own forecast of 4.4%. Now, this result means that more people are out of work, and that's because there's just not enough jobs to go around. So the economy generated jobs at a slower rate in the September quarter than previously, but more people still joined the workforce. So our economy created around 6,000 jobs in the 3-month period, while the number of workers joining the workforce and participating in the workforce grew at nearly twice that rate. Although there was a bright spot when it came to wage growth and wages. So wages in both the public and private sector hit a 10-year high in the September quarter. Now, that's because of industrial action, which we've seen plenty of under this government. This is essentially the delayed result of a number of large pay settlements, particularly for nurses, teachers, care workers, and also the police force as well. This is also the result of the continued effect of the increase in the minimum wage too. Now,
so double-edged sword there, just so I've got it clear in my head. If you're in employment, you're likely to be being paid more, but if you're...
Depends on who you're working for.
Yeah, depending on who you're working for, but generally. But if you're in the hunt for a job, there's twice as many people looking for one.
You're out of luck. And also, as we've seen with business confidence, businesses obviously not being so confident in the economy, they're pulling back on their hiring intentions, which has seen business confidence bottom out for a while now. Now, putting all those reckonings together, economists reckon that the unemployment rate, because of especially business confidence, will keep rising. Some have said that they think it'll peak at around 4.5% before falling back down in around 2021.
That's interesting, because I think from memory, and someone will correct me if I'm wrong, I know you'll text in, Grant Robertson's goal was to keep it around 4% during this term.
Yes, and they very much liked being under 4%.
Yeah, not so now. All right, what can you tell us about Pushpay? So their results are out, half-year result. How are they doing?
Yeah, so Pushpay, they are still in the black. They made a half-year profit of $6.5 million United States dollars. Now, that has reversed their previous half-year loss last year of $4.4 million United States dollars. Now, if you don't know much about Pushpay, it sells donation software to both churches and charities in the United States, although it is a New Zealand domiciled company. They listed on the NZX, our stock exchange, in around 2014 and have really been a market darling since then, although it did lose a bit of money last year. Now, get this, the figures they announced in their half-year result today. In that just 6-month period, $2.2 billion United States dollars worth of donations to churches and charities went through their software in just 6 months. Now, that resulted in their revenue increasing by 30% to $57.5 million United States dollars. They also reversed their earnings from a loss to a gain, as well as reversing their cash flow from a loss to a gain. Their margins increased too, so it's all pretty good times for Pushpay at the moment.
So this is swiping your card rather than them shaking the old plate for a few coins.
Exactly. So rather than, dropping a few coins in the bucket as you leave service on Sunday, you can do it through an app. So they reckon that more churches are going to modernise and go this way, although they are having a bit of a struggle in educating, especially medium to large churches, which are, pretty traditional in their ways, to convince them to go modern.
Interesting. Okay, what else has been going on in the markets today?
Well, actually, the stock exchange had some issues today. All of the NZX markets opened late due to some, as they say, systems issues. But when they did eventually open, that didn't stop investors from profit-taking today. The NZX Top 50 index fell 0.8%, so that's a fall of 82 points to close at 10,759 tonight. Pushpay specifically, their share price actually rose 3.8% to end up at $3.30 tonight. The New Zealand dollar, that was just a little changed by the jobs data today. It's buying at 63.7 US cents, 92.4 to the Australian, and 49.5 British pence.
Thank you, Madison Reedy, with the highlights and lowlights from business today.